In a rare moment of humility and honesty in the ultra-competitive world of K-pop, Blackpink's Jennie has set social media ablaze after publicly acknowledging Jin BTS as a superior soloist in today's global music landscape. Her statement, brief, raw, and surprisingly unfiltered, has instantly gone viral, triggering emotional reactions from both ARMY and Blinks worldwide. The moment that broke the internet, Jennie's unexpected admission came during a backstage interview at the Ruby Limited Edition Showcase in Tokyo on September 6th. When asked about the growing buzz surrounding Jin's recent chart dominance with Don't Say You Love Me, the Blackpink star paused briefly before replying. He's worked incredibly hard. His vocals are honest, his performance is sincere, and his fans, they don't play it. I think Jin has really surpassed all of us, including me, in showing what pure, organic support looks like. I admire that. I respect that. The clip, which was shared by a Japanese K-pop outlet just hours later, exploded across platforms like X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Within minutes, trending hashtags like #JinSurpassJennie, #JennieRespectJin, and #Don't Say You Love Me flooded the internet. Not just a compliment, a turning point for many. This wasn't just a polite comment. It was a game changer. Over the past few months, comparisons between Jennies like Jennie and Jin's Don't Say You Love Me have been constant across fan spaces. While Jennie's release was backed by major brand partnerships and luxury campaigns, Jin's ballad climbed the charts organically. No expensive collabs, no flashy ads. Just vocals, meaning, and loyal ARMY streaming with purpose. Jin reaching top 10 Spotify Global without a Beats collab? That's different level power, wrote one fan on Weverse. And Jennie just admitted it. This isn't a win. This is a legacy moment, said another. Even Korean music critic Seokjin commented on SBS Pop Radio. What Jennie said today is bigger than a chart position. She's acknowledging a shift in the soloist hierarchy. Jin isn't just a member of BTS anymore. He's a certified powerhouse on his own. Fans react, shock, respect, and emotional unity. What makes this moment even more remarkable is how ARMYs and Blinks, often seen as rival fandoms, came together in the wake of Jennie's statement. I never thought I'd see the day Jennie would speak so openly about Jin, wrote a longtime Blink. It takes strength to admit someone else is ahead, and she did it with grace. I cried watching that clip, an ARMY from Argentina posted. Jin always doubts himself, and hearing Jennie say that made me feel like he's finally seen, truly seen. Fan accounts from both fandoms began sharing mashups, fan edits, and even artwork celebrating Jin x Jennie, not as rivals, but as two artists in mutual respect. Jennie's admission continues to dominate headlines and trend across global platforms. One figure remains notably silent, Jin himself. No tweet, no comment, no Weverse post. But that very silence has spoken volumes. ARMY, ever attuned to Jin's subtlety, sees this as classic Seokjin behavior. He doesn't gloat, doesn't rush, doesn't bask in praise. He lets his artistry, humility, and consistency do the talking. He's probably somewhere rehearsing or writing again, one fan wrote. That's who he is. While the world debates rankings, Jin is focused on legacy. And yet, fans have also been sharing moments from the Run Seokjin_EP_ tour where Jin hinted at feeling insecure about his place in the solo landscape post-military. During a talk segment in London's O2 Arena, he reportedly said, I'm not the strongest dancer, I don't have the loudest voice, and I'm not the trendiest, but I have you. And that makes me feel like I can do anything. Now, that statement hits differently, especially in the context of Jennie's respectful recognition. For many, her words weren't just praise. They were a kind of public reassurance to an artist who has long flown under the radar, despite being part of the biggest group in the world. Media analysts and K-pop industry veterans are now grappling with what many are calling a narrative reset. For years, female soloists have dominated brand campaigns and solo digital charts, with names like Jennie, IU, Tion, and Sunmi leading the way. But 2025 has marked a seismic shift. Jin's ballads are topping charts with no TikTok dance trend, no hyper-edited MVs, and no rap feature. His Run Seokjin _ tour grossed more than many group tours. His Spotify growth is organically explosive, and now, even the most elite soloist of the opposite gender is acknowledging it. When Jennie says Jin is ahead, said cultural analyst Kang Jae-hyun on KBS News, it changes how agencies evaluate male solo potential. Jin just created a new playbook. Perhaps the most surprising outcome of Jennie's statement is the emerging bridge between two of K-pop's most powerful fandoms, ARMY and Blinks. For years, comparisons between BTS and Blackpink, especially on solo activities, have fueled toxic debates. But now, fans are seeing what mutual recognition and grace can look like at the top. Jennie didn't need to say anything, one Blink user wrote, but she did. And that's power. Jin could have clapped back or joked, but he stayed silent. And that's class, said an ARMY fan. This moment is giving both fandoms something rare in K-pop: mutual healing. Whether or not the world gets a Jin x Jennie collaboration, what's clear is that they've set a new example, not just for their peers, but for the entire entertainment industry. In a world obsessed with competition, these two artists have shown that respect, vulnerability, and honesty are far more powerful than viral dance challenges or inflated streaming metrics. Jennie's words may have shocked the world, but Jin's quiet strength, it's what's changing it. Hours after Jennie's groundbreaking statement acknowledging Jin BTS's dominance in the soloist scene, HYB Labels has released a rare public comment, one that is both restrained and powerful, signaling how seriously the company regards this unexpected moment of cross-agency respect. Asterisk, Jin has always led with sincerity, not strategy. That's why artists, whether inside or outside HYB, can't help but acknowledge him. We appreciate Jennie's words. He deserves every word she said. HYB official spokesperson, 3:20 p.m. KST. The statement, brief yet meaningful, was posted on HYB's official press portal and quickly picked up by Yonhap News, Naver Entertainment, and Billboard Korea, confirming what fans had suspected for hours. HYB is standing behind Jin's quiet rise as not just a BTS member, but a solo force who commands respect from industry giants. Interestingly, YG Entertainment has chosen not to issue a statement, despite dozens of press inquiries flooding their inbox, since Jennie's remarks went viral. This silence has fueled speculation that the agency is either surprised by Jennie's unscripted honesty, as her interviews are usually tightly managed, or strategically holding off until it gauges fan sentiment and media framing. Regardless, the silence from YG is being interpreted as quiet consent, a signal that Jennie's words came from her own convictions, not a promotional tactic. Billboard, in a breaking online article, praised the moment as a signal of K-pop's evolution beyond rivalry and metrics. This is no longer just about who charts higher. It's about longevity, emotional authenticity, and how artists uplift each other publicly, wrote senior editor Tamar Herman. Rolling Stone, in its global music section, headline, Jennie tips her crown to Jin, and K-pop grows up. Meanwhile, Variety called it the kind of moment that wouldn't have happened 5 years ago in K-pop. A turning point. Industry insiders have now begun speculating on what this viral moment could evolve into. Though nothing is confirmed, whispers suggest that a Jin-Jennie appearance at the 2025 Net Asian Music Awards, MAMA, is being discussed behind closed doors. Imagine them performing solo ballads back-to-back, or even presenting an award together, said an SBS producer anonymously. It would symbolize respect, maturity, and the new wave of post-2025 K-pop. For now, fans are holding their breath, watching every Weverse post, every story upload, and every event announcement with new curiosity. Jin didn't need to break records to earn Jennie's respect. He just needed to be exactly who he's always been. And Jennie, she didn't need to speak up, but she did. And in doing so, she rewrote the script of what it means